Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
On the show today, we caught up with Channel 9's Tracy Vo, who's currently filling in as a correspondent in the UK.
That's right. I broke my toilet paper rules yesterday and paid the price. So we get stuck into how particular people are in their own lives.
The answer's
There's
very
a cracker, actually. You'll love one of them.
Yep.
David King joins us for a bit of a footy chat. Well, there's some footy involved in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We are trying to feel sorry for the people that are stranded in Bali. We're getting there.
And there are some real victims in the rising cost of living, to be honest.
Pray for
Yes,
this group of
big
people.
time.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
To pop into the supermarket yesterday because I ran out of toilet paper.
You've got a thing about toilet paper, Nate.
I do. I've got a rule.
Yeah, because I remember I was telling you just not long ago, I got the big pack, and that takes up half your trolley.
You're shopping for 6,
Yeah.
so that's a lot of bums to wipe.
But, you know, I got to, you kind of, you take on board what Nathan says because
Just one single set of cheeks at my place, and my philosophy is you don't buy any more than 6.
Yes.
6 says I go, but I have other interests.
Yeah.
But 6, so that's 36 for you.
No, but I'm an individual still at the shops. If I had everyone with me, then everyone would understand.
You
but I've
need
got
people
all
to
the
realise
rolls,
that
you
you're
know?
buying for 6.
Anyway, there was an 8-pack on sale,
Oh, no, that's over. You can't do that then.
and I was like 8, and not just that, they were double rolls.
Oh,
so
yeah.
really, it was 16.
And on special.
On special. And
You can't go past that.
I never want to be the person that's carrying it like a boogie board. And it was one of those ones where you're carrying your toilet paper like a boogie board. So anyway, I was a bit thrown. So I got my other groceries and stuff, and then I went, okay, I'll grab that toilet paper, and I grabbed it and packed all my stuff up. Nearly forgot to pay for my toilet paper, put it through, went downstairs, and then I was in a bit of shock in the car because then I realised that I had accidentally gotten an embossed one with an embossed print, but it has a colour in the embossing, and I cannot have patterned toilet paper in my house.
Yeah.
And I sat there for a second, I thought for a couple of minutes and thought, do I take it back?
But until minutes ago, you couldn't buy an 8-pack either, and yet you did. So maybe you're just forging new ground.
I don't want
The
patent.
price overcome that.
Patent toilet paper
Yeah.
to me means that you're in your 60s. And you think that goes with the decor. Whereas I think young people are all about just a white paper, perhaps with an embossing's okay at a stretch.
Okay.
I don't do embossing. I'll do a ripple. Or I'll do a plain. I don't like an embossing. I don't like a paisley thing stamped in my toilet paper, but let alone it being coloured. So I end up going back upstairs and just said, I need to swap this. And
Did you give a reason?
I gave the reason away straight away, which I don't think I really needed to get into the particulars of it.
Did you over explain that?
Over-explained it. Then they just looked at me blankly and I went, okay, well, no worries.
So you just want to change it then?
Yeah, grabbed it and grabbed the plain one. So
Oddly enough, I'm happy to wipe my bum with any paper.
I mean, if
Toilet
you
paper, that is.
No,
if you
if
don't
you need
have paper,
yes, any will do.
You'll go,
during
I'll
the
take-
pandy.
I'll-
During the
yes.
pandy,
Yeah.
all rules are out
Yes.
the window.
But I understand that
But
there's
if
a lot of
given
people.
a choice, do you mind having patent toilet paper in your house? Like if you were buying it?
No, that doesn't put me off, but I understand that it does, in reflection, it does think it, when you said it goes with, the decor at home for the 60-plus stuff, then I get that.
I get Who Gives a Crap toilet paper, so it's delivered to my door.
And that's plain.
And it's plain white.
That's
yes.
that's like a plain white bed
48
sheet.
rolls of plain white.
Yeah.
And then it takes me about a year to get through it.
So I thought, I'm a bit weird, but then I thought, no, everyone's particular about something.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. And that's what I want
Normally
to
I
talk
bag
to.
you out in this circumstance,
Yeah.
but I think you're right.
How good is exploring our amazing backyard again?
And ticking off all the Aussie big things. Pineapples, bananas, melons.
Oh, that's making me hungry. Head to whatif.com and start planning your big Aussie adventure.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
So Nathan took toilet paper back yesterday because it had a printed pattern on it and he didn't realise when he bought it. And he couldn't live with that.
Can't live with that.
Can't wipe
have
his
it in my
bum with it.
apartment. No, Natalie. No. And I realised at that point, I'm very particular about certain things.
Now he's just wiping his bum with $20 notes. It's fine.
I know, but with Australian currency, it's got a grip.
Yeah, they really do smart.
It's overly absorbent.
You got to have a shower afterwards. That's the
very,
issue.
very messy. We are going to celebrate how particular people are. Hello, Natasha.
Hi.
Hi,
Tash.
Natasha.
Is it you?
Hi, guys.
Is it?
No, it's not me. It's my partner.
Okay.
It's better to dob someone else here,
Yep.
yes.
All right, talk to us.
Exactly. So, a year and a half ago, I moved in with him, and I'm a fanatic wash every Thursday night so I can have the weekend free. And I came home after a couple of weeks, moved in, and I went to go do my washing. And I had done a load, and I went to go do my second load, and he goes, "You can't wash. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Washing my clothes." And he goes, No. And I couldn't wash the rest of my clothes that night. And he goes, "It washes the money away." So as of that night, I'm not joking, it washes your money away. That's what he said. It's a superstition in their family.
Yes.
And I was like, "Are you joking?" I said, "I mean, I have to do my washing on the weekend now." And he goes, "Any other day but Thursday." So from that
So
day,
you cannot do loads of washing on a
No,
Thursday because it washes your money away.
washes the money away. Yep.
So since you have stuck to washing on the weekends, are you rich now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So that
But
it's not
imagine
working
where
out.
they'd be if she did.
And his whole
I know.
family have lived by this.
His whole family, even I've tried to sneak one in and I get told off. It was like World War III. So it's like, "You can't do that. No. And I'm like, oh, it's like, okay,
What a
I will live with
never
your
heard that
I've
before.
never heard that superstition.
I never have I. I was
Never
shocked.
heard it.
Very
Wow.
shocked. So,
Well, there is some bull crap out there
I
that
know.
families are living by. Isn't
I
there?
know, that's
and
madness.
people don't realise until they tell someone else and they go, "No, that's not real." But I've grown up with that rule.
Great work. Thanks, Tash. Brooke, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Brooke.
Right, Brooke, what are you a bit particular about?
Oh, gosh. Well, I've just built a house and I needed to have everything all matchy-matchy with the colours.
Yep.
Normally, when you get your pre-start selections, it takes about an hour and a half. My husband and I were in the Home Buyer Centre showroom for 5 hours
Oh, my
going
God.
through our colours. Everything has to have matchy-matchy, and we've got a scullery in our new house, and I'm going to be putting labels on everything.
Yes, yes.
OCD, and even when we got the letterbox number, I had to ask the land developers if it was an even number. I've got a thing with even numbers because if it's not an even number, it's bad juju.
Oh, so
Bad
that
juju,
means
of course.
on the volume on your TV, everything, isn't it?
Yeah, every night, my husband and I, when we go to bed, we make sure the volume's at 8, and if even in the car, we turn the volume to an even number. It's a bit pathetic, but yes,
That's a whole
we're
lot
very
of rules.
structured.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked the block on the right side of the street then.
I'm sorry.
Imagine if
I'm
you
sorry.
got an odd one.
You keep saying we're very structured.
No,
Does
it's
your
you.
partner have any say in this?
Oh, he has all the say. All he has to do is just give me the look, and I'll know.
Get the
But
volume
you're the
down.
one driving
Volume's
it.
at 15, it can't be. 14.
So you're the one saying, no, the volume has to be at 8.
Oh, he
And he
drives,
just
so
goes
I've
along
got
with it.
control.
Yeah.
And if I do it on an odd number, he'll use the steering wheel control to change it.
Oh, okay, right. He's on board. He's on board.
Mate,
Cute.
that long.
At least you found one another. That's
picking
good.
out all your house fixtures,
I
you
know.
would never go on the block.
Yeah, the thing
No.
is that, with the pre-starts, they're booked in so people are lined up to go
Yes.
in the next slot.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
the next
doctor's
slot.
appointment, essentially.
That's
They're there
people
for
sitting in the
5.5
waiting
hours.
room. Surely they'll be finished in a second. No.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ellie, you strike me as somebody who'd be quite particular about certain things.
What gives you that idea?
Any little life rules that you live by?
I can smell if you've washed your dishes with hot or cold water, and if you
What?
it makes me physically ill if the dishes smell a certain way.
So if they smell like they're being washed with cold water,
They smell dirty. They smell
They
yuck.
smell dirty.
Whereas if you use hot water to get all the germs off, it smells clean. But if I can smell some like eggy smell on your plates, I will not eat. I will not drink. Glasses as well. I will not drink from your
hey,
glass.
why aren't you
won't-
sniffing out
you won't-
Subway sandwiches at the airport with the other beagles?
Agreed.
Probably better working hours than this.
Better pay too.
Let's go to John in Pearsall. Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey,
Good,
John. Good,
Okay,
mate.
so this is about your wife, yeah?
Yeah, she's a psycho.
Hey, John, would
Just a
she
cry
be
for
listening
help.
around now? Or I hope you're using
Yeah, I hope she's listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 6:30 every night is a cut-off. We can't use any water, so we can't dirty the sink, can't dirty the shower, shower screen, laundry.
Can you flush the toilet?
No, nothing.
What?
Why?
Nothing. Everything gets clean. So if you got to go to the toilet before 6:30, me and my kids just go even if we don't have to.
Yes.
Wash our hands, sanitise, do everything, because it takes her to about 7 o'clock to clean, and then it's home and away, and that's it.
Let us home and away, and that's it.
So you get all your stuff done. So she will clean the toilets,
Everything.
showers, everything after.
Sink. Do not use the kitchen sink. Do not even look at it. Don't open the tap. Don't wash your hands. Don't get a drink. Nothing.
So if you're thirsty, if you're dying of thirst,
Water from the fridge. Water from the fridge?
Just go water in the fridge.
Okay.
I've even driven to Joondalup shops on a Thursday night to go to the toilet.
John. No.
John, I just want to know, I know that you probably know that this is what we're about. This isn't normal, John. Like, I don't know whether you've got Stockholm
It's
syndrome.
normal in their family.
It's not. In their
not
family.
their family.
So
It's
this
not
is,
the whole family.
this is how their family
From
grew
her
up.
mum. I should have knew it when I met the parents before I married her.
Oh, look how John, how long have you lasted in here? In this relationship?
11 years.
Wow. 11
Imagine not being
years.
able to go to the toilet after 6:30 at night.
You can't.
I tell you what, the facilities at Joondalup was amazing.
Oh, the freedom that he had when he finally unclenched.
Extraordinary. Thanks, John. Andrew, hello.
How you going, guys?
Good, Andrew.
Is it you who's particular about something?
Yeah, it's always me.
Yeah, what?
I'm particular about my pigs, like for hanging up your clothes. And on the
Yeah,
washing
your
line.
pigs.
Yes.
I used to buy the mixed coloured packs, and each individual item of clothing had to be pegged out with one colour.
Oh,
I've heard this before. I'm not from
Do you
a
know
man,
what,
though.
Andrew? I think that I would do that.
Yeah, you would,
I don't
yeah.
peg clothes, but I would think that I'd do that. All right, so if it's two orange pegs, they both have to go on either side of a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, all socks have to be done with the orange pegs. All T-shirts have to be done with blue pegs.
there's
it's
a colour
colour
code.
coding.
There's a system.
It doesn't matter what colour it is, as long as they're the same.
Okay.
As long as they're the same. Oh, wait there. Okay, so it can be three different T-shirts, and one T-shirt's pegged with two blue, one can be two red, one can be two yellow, or
No.
blues.
All T-shirts have to be blue.
So blue's the peg colour, the T-shirt colour
Yep.
for the day.
Yeah, so my ex-missus actually fixed me for that. She went and threw out all my pigs and bought me all hot pink pigs. So I had no
there
choice
you
but
go.
to use hot pink for everything.
That's great.
So
So
that
how did-
saves you a lot of
So
effort.
how did you go with that? Did that mess with you, or
That wasn't bad. I
That's
actually,
okay?
it was fine because they were all pegged out with the same colours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't. They weren't mixed and matched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't have that's only if you don't have socks on the same time as you have shirts on, because shirts go one colour and socks and stuff would go different.
No, but it's fine with
Only
that.
when they're different pigs, though. Like with the
Yes.
same pigs, as long as they're the same
Right,
colour, it's
yeah.
fine.
Same pigs.
I mean,
I
listen
get
to
it.
what he's saying, Sean. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, well, that too.
I don't even think that I would even be able to have coloured pegs at my place. I'd have to be a neutral peg household. Something in the easy palette.
Well, they'd be matte black, obviously.
Loves the easy colour.
To go with the tab.
That's the thing.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We caught up with our friend Tracy Vo from Channel 9. Of course, you can see her fine work on 9 News with Michael Thompson at 6 o'clock. Here's how our chat went.
Hello.
Let's just let everyone know what's happening right now. Nova didn't have the ability to call Tracy today, so Tracy is making this international phone call from her own phone. So let's make this the longest interview ever.
Could take forever.
Settle in, everyone. This is going to be an hour.
There's a lot to get through.
Tracy, we saw you last night. Actually, we're doing our show, actually, and you popped up on our screen. We thought, we forgot that you were over in the UK. What's happening?
I'm currently in Manchester because Harry and Meghan are back in town from the US. So, look, I'm just here for a few weeks filling in for one of our correspondents. But don't worry, I'm going to be back in Perth.
Well,
not disappearing.
The Harry and Meghan thing is so interesting, isn't it? I read this morning that they are basically staying 100 metres away from Will and Kate, and they're not seeing each other.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's no indication of a reunion, and also I think there's been an extension of an invitation from Prince Charles to come and stay in Balmoral while they're here.
Yeah.
And they've declined that apparently as well at this stage. So
Saul's busy.
It's really like the Harry. It's really the Harry and Meghan show at the moment.
They're close enough to drive past each other. I wonder if they would do the wave or not.
It doesn't seem
you can automatically
just pretend you're on your phone, Nathan, like everybody else does.
I think so, yeah.
Can you give us an insight into what that circus is like? Like, you're not the only outlet obviously covering it. What's the insight there?
So we're up in Manchester, it's about 4 hours drive from London, so probably not as bad and full on as what it would be in London. It was pretty full on actually. We were staking out today trying to find them when they were coming into this event they were covering here today, and it just took forever, but they slipped in another side door. So then we waited another hour, an hour and a half.
You got outsmarted, you rookie.
Hang on. I know, seriously. They sent this old fogey TiVo. That's already what I'm doing. It's funny because I think, she loves the publicity, with her articles and the podcast, but then she sits to a side door. I just don't get it.
Yeah, but when they control it, I think is the publicity. Do you know what I mean?
No doubt about it.
And they would be worried.
The messages like anyone. They want to get across.
And they would be worried as well that anyone on the street would start yelling crap at them because from what you get from the UK public, I mean, are people with them or against them?
It's really divided. It was actually, you'll see it in the story tonight because we had a lady come out. Look at my Twitter because I took a photo of it. She had this, it was a god-awful sign, but basically just saying that she's fake and stolen Harry and wanted to gain Harry. And then we had this other lady who was saying that, she's just, she's so divisive and it's been so sad for the family. So it's really split here. Like, I don't think there's a lot of love here for her. And I think they feel sorry for Harry more so. But then there were people like cheering and loving her. Yeah. So,
she's
you
on the decline. There's no doubt.
I mean, they make it sound like he's got no free will, is what it sounds like.
Harry's making very clear choices.
Yes, exactly.
And the fact that they're putting all the blame
he's a victim.
Yeah. So, okay, we talked about Meghan and Harry right now.
You guys, really.
Let's talk about quickly the new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. We were just talking earlier about who would want to walk into that position right now with the UK like it is.
Yeah, energy prices going through the roof.
So when I arrived about a week and a half ago, and the news is all about the electricity prices, and it's exorbitant. I was catching up with a girlfriend, and hers is going to be £330 a month. That's a month.
A month.
Yeah, and
that stings.
And she's predicting riots. She's predicting riots in winter because people aren't going to. They won't be able to afford food. They can't use heating. There'll be riots. Winter's coming, or winter's here.
Wow. Oh, it is. Gee, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Think about that. It's like $1,200 a month.
And then
also huge pressure.
Yeah, and then just with inflation and everything at the moment as well, compiled on top of it. I mean, I'm sure they're going through the same sort of deals that the rest of the world is going through. That they're going to have no pounds left.
Yeah, they are.
No, none whatsoever. And it's expensive. It's an expensive city.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Good luck to her.
I know.
But Trace, the local pubs, I remember when I was going to lobbing into a pub, it was only a couple of pounds for a beer. So what's the price at the moment? You would know what alcohol prices are like at the moment, surely.
Well, I'm probably on more the vinos these days, guys, than the beers. But we were shooting a story and we went when we had time off, I think I got a pint. It was probably about £3, £4. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but you're talking to friends now. Right? You're talking to friends right now. How much is a bottle of Grey Goose and one straw, Tracy? You should know the price of that.
Paper straw because she's an environmentalist.
Of course she is.
And we really can't.
I'm too tired to have a vino.
We can't let you go, TiVo, without talking about the fact that you got engaged.
I know.
Congratulations. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're very happy. No, Liam's going to come up for a trip as well. So he's going to come up towards the end of my stint. We'll have a bit of a little holiday here, which is great.
Liam is the most lovely man.
So he popped the question in El Questro.
Yes, it was in. I loved your little comment He took me to Miri to marry me.
Yes.
It was a Miri waterfalls up in Elquestro in the Kimberley, and it was just, I love the outback, and it was perfect. It was the perfect setting for it. I thought, because I was doing this stint in London, right, and he's going to fly up, and we're probably going to go to Paris, that sort of stuff. And I was like,
yes,
it's too cliche for me. And he already had it in his head. He's like, no, she loves the outback. So it's perfect.
But you know what, though? If you're with your partner, right, and then they're acting a bit cagey and they're taking you to the outback, either you're going to be proposed or murdered.
Yeah, there's no middle ground, is there?
No, Nath, you'll love this. I was so off it. I was like, nah, what are you talking about? What gift? He said, I've got a gift for you in the backpack. I was so off it. I was swearing at him, going, no, what are you doing? This is, you know.
You feel a bit bad after that, don't you?
TiVo, fantastic.
That's the best. Hey, thanks for talking to us this morning and on your dime.
Oh, guys,
send us an invoice.
Thanks for having me.
We'll take 90 days to pay it. It'll be fine.
No, it's all good.
Love you, Wick. Thanks, TiVo.
See you, mate.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
I want to talk about something that I've seen at the supermarket a fair few times now, and I've seen it from older people, but now I'm starting to see it from younger people, and it's happening more and more, and that is they've got their calculators out on their phone, and they're working out how much groceries is going in there, what the price of the groceries that are going in their trolley is.
Yeah, so they're keeping tally along the way.
They're keeping tally.
Because they have a limited amount of money and they've got to make it fit.
I have noticed, over the last few months, I'd noticed a fair few older people doing it. But now I've noticed yesterday I saw two young couples doing it as well, and I was like, oh my God. And it's just... if you were living pay to pay, how are you affording to live at the moment? Especially thinking about the fact that this fuel excise is that's running out at the end of this month.
It's going to kill everyone. That'll be when people have their calculators out in a big way, because that's just something you need to get around with all the time.
And you'll start second guessing whether you really need to take that trip or not. Do you know what I mean? Instead of daily trips to the shops, it'll have to be, we're only doing this once a week and we've got to nail it. That kind of thing.
Well, do you reckon you'll see more people getting out on their pushy and or walking and becoming, I don't know, like we used to be able to, like Mum would you walk to the shops, Nathan, these days, unless you'd have to get the bus even though it's 100 metres. It'll just change the way we operate a bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's going to force that. I mean, we are coming into summer, so weather-wise that helps.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary at the moment.
Dire.
And not just the prices are going up on everything.
Yeah.
But also there's that thing called shrinkflation, which is basically things are getting smaller.
So instead of the price going up, the goods are getting smaller.
But then there's some double barrel products. Some of them, the thing is getting smaller and they're putting the price up as well. So you're getting less and paying more. It's absolutely, it's so ridiculous.
I don't know how that works. I'm not into that one. Paying less and getting,
We've read so many stories about the building industry as well.
Yeah, I was saying to you guys, my brother priced a house that he had previously given a couple for the cost, and this was a good 6 months ago. And in that time, the price of this house to build has gone up 60%. It's not 20.
So that's labour shortage,
60%.
supply chain issues, everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
The cost of trades, everything.
100%.
Every aspect of it. Yeah.
Yes, Nat.
100%.
So that's where we're at. We're a long way. I know the Reserve Bank is going to put up the interest rates. It's going to go that way up until to Christmas. But
so think about
we're a long way
if
from
you can only
slowing
get
the economy down.
If you have to take your price down 60% and just you have 40% of a house, what would you pick? The lounge room or the kitchen?
Have to have the kitchen, obviously.
Would you drop from 2 bathrooms to 1?
Oh, no, not so the resale.
Well, if you can't afford it.
I know, but I would just not have. Okay, so I would have a bedroom, 2 bathrooms, a lounge room, and a kitchen.
Yeah, you'd.
I'm missing out other bedrooms. I'm not going to have a garage.
Where are you washing your clothes?
I don't worry about it.
In the bath.
The laundromat.
The laundromat. Just spoke to that lady yesterday. You'd put up a tarpaulin up the back so that you can extend the house. So
keep
it's kind
your
of just
options
cut in
open.
half.
But Sean, have you seen the price of tarpaulins? I just want everyone to spare a thought for this group of people, and this made the paper today.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if this is a waste of ink and whether a lot of people are going to connect with this.
Spare a thought.
Rolex have raised their prices for its watches in the UK after the value of the pound fell against the US to nearly the lowest level in more than 3 decades, they're saying. The price of a Rolex Submariner without a date function increased to £7,500 from £7,150.
It's gone up £350.
The price of a red and blue bezel GMT Master 2 has jumped to £9,000 from £8,400.
Oh, that's gone up £600.
Do you get the date on that watch?
Pray for the Rolex
I want the date
shoppers.
West Australian. Why did you print this article? This has got nothing to do with anyone.
There are people who can't afford
Look, I've got a couple of mates that buy Rolexes, but I've got a lot more that don't.
We don't feel sorry for them.
I tell you right now, they're not looking at the price going, I can't have one. They'll go, all right, no
they're not in the supermarket with a calculator.
That's exciting.
All
right. Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
As we know, we're looking at a labour crisis here in Australia, and that means that so many people want staff.
Everywhere.
A few weeks ago, there was a clothing store here in Perth that said that they would do 10-minute interviews, 5 to 10-minute interviews, and you can bring your family along to it, and you don't have to get dressed up. Dan Murphy's has now come out, and they've said that they will do 10-minute interviews on the spot. Hoping to hire almost 300 people across its WA stores.
Now I'm scared to go in there in case I accidentally get hired and have to start working there because I've just gone in for a bottle of gin.
I know.
Why not? Job.
Like, literally, they could say, I like the cut of your gin as you're buying that flask.
Well, I know my gin, so I'd be a handy asset.
I was telling you guys that I sat on a plane with a guy called Chriso, and he's got a mining company, and they were obviously in the mining industry. I think they're short about 40,000 workers. Anyway, so he was doing interviews over Skype with a lot of people because of the whole COVID thing. There's a guy there sitting there just having a tin. He was just having a stubby when the
Did he explain to him it's a dry site? That would have disappointed him.
Exactly.
Disconnect.
Yeah. Well, I went straight down to the comments. This was the Perth Now article, and I just want to point something out, and I'm wondering if people are putting this in the mix when they're looking for employees. Craig E. says, I applied for a job at Dan Murphy's a month ago and didn't get it. I'm 59 years old and brilliant with customers, but didn't get it. It's the first job in my life I've applied for and not gotten it.
Wow.
LS says, same with my partner, applied for so many jobs yet not getting a response or getting told he's not qualified enough for sales jobs, and he did sales for 30 years. Or that he's not qualified enough to stack shelves in either Coles or Woolies. Then Lynn C gets on there and says, I wonder why they knocked you back, to Craig. I wonder why you knocked you back. Would have been perfect. You would have been perfect for the job. I'm 64 and saw the article and just now and thought I might apply, but now after reading what you wrote, I won't bother.
It does sound ageist, doesn't it?
It does sound ageist.
Why are we not employing the older generation, and why isn't the government making it so it doesn't affect their pension?
It's a really interesting thing. Well, they've increased the hours you can work, but I don't see how that they can put it up a lot more. I don't get that.
I tell you right now, you will get an amazing employee from somebody that has been in the workforce for that long, and not only that, wants to work, is choosing to work.
Nathan, they're not going to be late?
Never going to be late, because they're up at 5.
Yeah, 100%. They're always going to look, they're always going to dress appropriately.
Yes, because they have all the trousers, they wear belts with everything.
And work ethic like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Back in their day, they'll say, to all the young stuff that are like complaining, back in my day, we didn't have phones to go on the TikToks.
And from a customer
we just
service
did the
point
work.
of view, you would think that the customer service from people in that generation would be so much better.
Oh, my God, back then they used to run out there and fill your car with petrol back then.
100%.
They will carry your bags out to your car.
You see it in places like Bunnings. They seem to have a pretty good policy of hiring,
older
workers that have retired or whatever, or changed careers over there. You see retired farmers and things like, because they know stuff. They've been in the shed.
Yep.
They know how this stuff works.
Anyway,
they're the sort of people you want to buy things
so
from.
all of these people that are complaining about not being able to staff their establishments, I don't know whether you got this broader in the mix, but come on, look broader.
Yeah.
Get these people that want to work back into the workforce.
Let's get Brian and Marlene back into the workforce.
Brian and Mum as one of those roller skating waitresses. Skates a burger out into
She's
your
ready
car.
to go.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Sometimes news stories come along which are like negatively affecting someone, but they don't sound that bad. And this one's happening in Bali with all those people stuck over there. Now I know it is so super frustrating wanting to get on a flight. I know that having it cancelled many times.
You might have something you've got to come home to.
Yes, I know all that. But when the ultimate end of the day situation is you may have to stay in Bali for an extra week,
Sean, you've lived this.
Been there, yeah. Oh, I was losing my mind. I was.
You are when you're in it.
And
that's the sad thing, because to other people outside of it, they're going, shut up, you're in Bali.
Because the thing is, every day you have to check out, right?
Yeah.
Every day you have to check out, and then you've got to repay to see if you can get a room, and you might have to move hotels. So I'm telling you all that kind of stuff that goes on, going to the airport back.
It would be terrible.
Take that aside, and I totally get it.
No, because we did try and call you one day, and you're on Turtle Island.
That's right.
Obviously out there hunting for a flight on Turtle Island.
Exactly.
It was tough to get a flight from Waterfall Park, wasn't it?
It was like on the news the other night. Is it Sydney? A mansion burnt down. A $24 million mansion burnt down. It's like, and then they said, and the guy owns the property next door. It's like, oh, boo-hoo.
And there was no one living in it.
Like, oh, no, your mansion's right down. Move next door to your other mansion. But anyway, yes, it must be very stressful for anyone over in Bali.
So we're very sympathetic.
Yeah, especially those ladies on the girls' night or the girls' weekend. You
really worried about them?
Yeah, I'm very worried about them. I'm worried about their husbands.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's always a great day when you catch up with David King. In fact, you can see Kingy on game day and the first crack on AFL 360 on Wednesday nights too, Nat, on Fox Footy, of course. That's channel 504 on Foxtel.
And in our dreams. Morning, Kingy.
Morning, guys. How are we?
We're wonderful,
great, Kingy. We're just trying to get back into Crown. Sean's been banned.
Again,
but, the anti-inflammatories.
I tell you what.
I mean, who doesn't crush them up these days?
Kingy, do you reckon sometimes when someone's coming up with an excuse on the fly, they run it by a mate first and go, hey, can you see any holes in this? Can you just see where we could polish this turd up a little bit more, or what?
Oh, God, I don't know what to say. I love the great man, so I find it hard to laugh at him, but my God.
He's front page of the paper here.
Hey?
He's front page of the paper here. That's when you know you're
Don't worry, he's front page over here as well.
Right.
Look, they used to say in footy, don't turn one mistake into two. I'm just a little bit nervous he might have turned one into two.
Yes.
Mate, this is the crumpet of excuses. It's just got holes everywhere, mate.
Well, Kingy, what a weekend of footy it was too, by the way. I was getting excited watching AFL 360 last night because the passion in which people are speaking about it. It's right in my wheelhouse, obviously, and is yours, but it was awesome.
I was looking forward to you getting deep on the footy side of things. That's why I took the call this morning. I want to know your version of how you see the Fremantle Dockers and their campaign coming along.
God, I thought it was absolutely hot. Mate, I was in such a bad mood. I was in the real fancy seats too, and the only thing that was getting me through was the free terps, right? And other than that, I was just furious.
And the eight naked men carrying him around too. That's the fancy seats here. It's sort of Egyptian-esque.
Fancy. I tell you what, the baby all got a run.
They're going all right, aren't they?
Yeah,
We're pretty happy if we're a Fremantle fan, aren't we?
Yeah, well, Caleb Sarong led the group, and there was a couple of big moments there.
Yeah.
So gets the state up and about.
Jai Amos stood up. Yeah.
He's a star, Caleb Sarong. I mean, I know I think he's Lockie Neal 5 years ago. He's coming along beautifully, and
so he's going to leave.
Was great. And hey, don't worry about the old blokes too. What about Michael Walters? I thought he was terrific.
He did. He was.
He's had a great month of footy actually, and it's probably where the games start to get harder and there's more intensity, and the old chestnuts start firing up.
They really stand up, don't they?
So if you make the granny, do you guys coming over?
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Absolutely. Can you put us up?
I'd put you up at Crown, but I can't get in the Crown. But,
we'll bring the anti-inflammatories, don't worry.
It was sherbet.
Yeah, Nurofen all round.
Yeah, we'll be all about it.
In his other pocket.
But really, Kingy, where do you stand on Fremantle beating Collingwood? I mean, you don't have to say the right thing because you're in on WA radio, but where do you
Because I don't think they can win.
No, well, Fremantle supporters think that I don't like them anyway. So it's sort of, my theory is if you've got a supporter base that dislikes you anyway, why stick up for them?
Yeah, sure. Just speak from the heart, Kingy.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, you're always a chance. I mean, let's be honest, the first 12 weeks of footy was brilliant from Freo. Lost their way for about 6, and you can mount a case that they're recovering. I don't like them as a footy club. I never have since McManus's days.
Mate, you took a boat trip over to Rotto. I remember this clearly. You were on a big boat over to Rotto. You let Freo wine and dine you. You're on the bat, you know. I remember, mate.
Yeah, you like him with the boat.
Yeah, he'll take the free crayfish.
I was going to sign until they took me out for dinner. Well, that's it.
Nah, they wouldn't get the extra dim sim, would they?
I think that I do like them. I like young football clubs on the rise, and I don't think it's going to be this year for Freo, but who's not to say it's going to be next or the year after, because they're coming along beautifully, and we're just enjoying the David Mundy Roadshow. The longest goodbye of all time. And there's an opportunity against Collingwood, and Sean will know this. They've had the big game on the weekend. There will be an emotional letdown. So there's an opportunity.
Has to be. And, David Mundy, the only thing with David Mundy is John Farnham's getting really pissed off that this David Mundy show, retiring show is going longer than his.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Probably could have picked someone who doesn't have cancer.
Sean, maybe someone that's not going through it.
I wonder why you didn't get behind me on that
one. If my car was here, you would have heard her reversing away pretty quickly there.
We're on Farnsy's side.
We moved pretty quickly to horse racing after the footy finish. What are you guys up to when the footy finishes? What are you going to talk about?
Oh, then doesn't go to cricket then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes to cricket. Nathan loves his cricket.
Nathan doesn't love any sport.
No, I did. There's one sport I fell in love with, and
glass blowing isn't a sport.
Well, it is, Natalie. If we wrap your lips around it hard enough. I fell in love with 3x3 basketball during the Commonwealth Games, only because Kingy, it's like 10 minutes. It cannot go longer for 10 minutes. That to me is brilliant.
Yeah.
10 minutes action.
So the secret is to get you into a corporate facility early. Is that the key?
Oh yeah. Whenever I've been in a corporate box anywhere, I've not laid eyes on what's happening.
You've never seen somebody with their back to the action more than Nathan Morris in a corporate box. It's extraordinary.
Literally don't know what's happening.
And he doesn't even clock the crowd cheering or anything. It's like
honestly, people like that, a bomb could have gone off and I wouldn't know, and I'd still be in the side going, hey, I'm eating a slider.
Always sliders.
Hey, Key, what's your take on the Junior Rioli thing? Do you reckon, because I'm a West Coast supporter, I'm pretty disappointed with after the club stood by him like they did, that he's now, chatting to Port Adelaide and says, I want to go, I want to be happy.
He wants to go, Nat.
Yeah, I think, this guy's going to get one opportunity in life to make this sort of money.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't begrudge anyone, taking that opportunity if they can. And, West Coast, if they want to, they can match it. They can find some dollars. They're in a position where they're not looking to spend on all the players, and other clubs are. So it's an awkward one for West Coast. I get that they've been a terrific support for him, but it's a business now. They were great to him from an emotional point of view.
He's not a free agent, though, to be fair. No,
he's not. But I think, look, if he wants to go, I don't think West Coast would hold him back. And I do think you have to see it as a once in a lifetime opportunity. So he's saying all the right things.
Yeah, but why not let him be wined and dined? They can take him out for dinner. He can sprinkle some Panadol powder on his food, and
got him in trouble in the first place. So really,
as we all do.
I think that's my problem, Nate. I'm too inflamed.
Your weight, especially in one certain area.
Oh, I tell you, they'll get you.
Oh, well, Kingy, I tell you what, there's so much good footy ahead of us. I cannot believe how good it was the first four games.
Extraordinary.
It was ridiculously good.
Cats are home, guys. Let's cut to the chase. The Cats are going to win this by a mile.
What about the Swans?
They've been the best team for the last 3 months of the footy. I know the Swans looked brilliant on the weekend against Melbourne, but I still think they're a rung below them. For me, it's been this way for a few weeks now. It's the Cats to lose. First time in a long time that they had a nervous final. I think you always have a nervous final, whether it's a prelim or the first week, and the Cats have got over that speed hump. And I just think it's the Cats to lose from here.
Well, there you go, everyone. You heard it first. That is the first crack from David King.
No wonder you've got so many shows. Look at you go.
That's right. Good work, King.
Well,
Yep.
I'm looking to get involved in this one more regularly, but don't ring me anymore. Why don't you ring me anymore, Nath? What's going on?
You don't answer our calls.
You don't answer our calls. You've gone all Hollywood.
Never been more
honest.
screened than by you.
How about we come over and we take you out? We'll have to go to Star Casino because you're not allowed to crowd.
We'll have to log into Sydney.
If Fremantle make preliminary final week, you guys have to come over and do the show. One show from over here.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah. Where?
I'll take you out.
I hear everything.
He'll take us out straight down to King Street.
Yeah, no, well, that's right. They named it after him. Thanks, Kingy.
All right, mate. Take care.
Good on you guys.
See you, man.
Cheers.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.